Gas prices have reached their highest point this year. I have more from AAA when they might go down.
Concerns over the current state of the Keller Canyon Trail. The changes one avid hiker wants to see.
A judge continues hearing arguments about which exhibits the jury should and should not be allowed to see during the Larry Millette trial.
And picking the right sunscreen. We're here to help you protect your skin and the sea.
One of the County Board of Education's top employees of the year is helping her students navigate a stronger future.
Prices at the pump keep going up, and tonight the average price here in San Diego County is topping $6 for the first time in 2.5 years. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carla Chiquetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. AAA is reporting the average cost for a gallon of regular unleaded jumped 2 cents overnight to $6.01. That is 9 cents a gallon than we were paying a month ago, and still well over $1 more than what we were paying before the war with Iran began in February.
News 8's Alex Cheney talked to AAA today about when those prices might go down and joins us live with what some frustrated drivers are saying tonight. Alex.
Yeah, that's right. It's pretty shocking when you go to the gas station. You see that price over $6. It's one of the most expensive gallons of gas you can get in the country right now in San Diego. AAA said today, though, don't count on those prices going down until that global unrest gets a little better.
They're horrible.
Expensive.
Stressful. Anxious.
Gas prices at this station in Kearny Mesa today are over $6, leading to some frustrated drivers.
It's extremely stressful. I've spent probably like $200 probably in less than 10 days.
I've been doing side hustles like Amazon Flex, and so with the driving and then constantly having to pump gas to just do the side hustles, it's a little crazy.
According to AAA, the average price of a gallon of gas in San Diego County is $6.01, up 3 cents from yesterday and up 16 cents this week. Gas at this time last year was an average of $4.77, up $1.24 for the year. And the highest ever average price for gas in San Diego was $6.43 in 2022 at the start of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. But is there relief in sight?
It depends. It depends on how long this conflict with Iran continues and how the market will respond.
AAA says we're not going to see lower gas prices until the Strait of Hormuz opens up again and an easing of tension in the Iran conflict that will lower prices for a barrel of crude oil.
Drivers can expect to pay more for gas. That's because about 60% of what we pay at the pump is tied directly to the price of crude oil.
Meanwhile, back at the pump,
luckily I'm on a motorcycle.
Ernie Ponce bought himself a motorcycle for Valentine's Day and says it saved him a lot of money on gas.
Before they hit, it was like $15, so fill it up now, it's like 20. Not too bad.
Drivers saying they're just hoping for lower prices soon.
There's nothing much we can do, but we have to travel. We don't have much choice.
AAA says the best way to save money is to shop around, take a look at all the gas stations in your area, and go ahead and find the cheapest one. Reporting live, I'm Alex Cheney, News 8.
Thanks, Alex. And remember, we're working for you, helping you find the least expensive gas prices across San Diego County. Just text the word gas to the number on your screen, 858-571-8888. We'll send you a link to a map with the lowest prices.
Right now, CHP officers are out in full force looking for speeding drivers. It's part of a maximum enforcement effort, as they call it, to help reduce serious and fatal crashes. The CHP's preliminary data shows that last year, speeding led to more than 110,000 crashes, resulting in more than 400 deaths and 68,000 injuries.
It's going to be the #1 reason why people are crashing out on our roads. So we're just trying to minimize those crashes, save some lives, and hopefully get people to slow down.
Excessive speeding has become such a problem that the DMV launched a program last year where anyone cited for driving more than 100 miles per hour is automatically referred to their office and can have their license suspended or revoked, even if it's their first moving violation. The enforcement period runs through tomorrow morning at 6.
An avid hiker is raising concerns tonight about conditions along Keller Canyon in North Claremont, stretching into Marion Bear Park. She says the trail is now a mess and wants the city to step in and clean it up.
News 8's Steffi Roche is working for you, digging into the concerns, and she joins us live along the Keller Trail tonight with more on those concerns. Steffi.
Well, Marie Hartwell is concerned and frustrated with these dead palm trees out here. Just take a look, along with the overgrown dry brush along this whole trail. Just take a look over here. Now, the longtime Claremont resident says she comes to this trail to hike about twice a week. It was once her favorite trail, but she says she's heartbroken over its current state with the dead trees, overgrown brush, and more. She also has concerns over the Keller Canyon Trail and Marion Bear Park being fire hazards.
This is an inferno waiting to happen. It is so filled with dried brush and palm tree leaves and everything else that if, you know, and this trail is used by a lot of people. It's used by bicycles. I've even seen some motor, kind of like electric bikes on it, people with dogs, just hikers. Somebody carelessly throws something away and it's just going to go up.
The San Diego Fire Department tells me as wildfire season is year-round in San Diego, we always need to be prepared, but they couldn't comment further at this time. Marie tells me she has filed about 3 to 4 requests for maintenance on the city's Get It Done app in recent years, but she says she has had no luck. And this morning, I also reached out to the San Diego Department of Parks and Recreation. By this evening, a spokesperson reached out to me and says they are still checking into this at this time. But for now, reporting live in Claremont, I'm Steffi Roche, working for you.
And thank you, Steffi. Remember, if there is something you would like us to look into, you can email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com. A pre-trial hearing continued today in the Larry Millette murder trial as a judge is deciding which exhibits and evidence the jury will and will not be allowed to see during the trial.
News 8's Kelly Hessedal spent the day at the hearing and has a glimpse of what the defense's strategy may be during the trial.
And the hearing went on all day today, lots of back and forth. Today we learned from the defense it may argue to the jury that someone took Maya Millette's life, but it wasn't Larry. Cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom today as both sides argued over which exhibits and evidence a judge should and should not allow the jury to see during trial. There were arguments over the number of photos of Maya Millette and her family. The defense argued 25 slides of pictures are too much and prejudicial to Larry. There were also arguments over text message conversations like this one, where Maya told her friend Larry broke a door because she refused to open it. Legal expert Brian Watkins.
Every text message is important, and the admissibility of every piece of evidence must be scrutinized by the judge. If that's in evidence that shouldn't be admitted, then the case will be overturned on appeal.
Meanwhile, the defense team gave a glimpse of a theory it plans to put before the jury. Larry didn't take his wife's life. Someone else did.
They have 3 options that they can go for. They can say she's still alive and she's out there living her best life with some item which she always dreamed about, probably with another man. Or they can go the route that say she is dead, but I didn't kill her, someone else killed her. And that's a unique one because they also then have to agree with and accept the DA's theory that she is in fact dead and that her cause of death was in fact a homicide, which are 2 hurdles that maybe they shouldn't admit to. Or, the third option is, I don't know what happened, and neither does the district attorney. There's no evidence. You can't prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The bottom line here is we don't know. This is a mystery. And that is another great defense that the defense could raise. So I believe they have good 3 options.
And he reminds everyone again that the burden is on the prosecution to prove Larry Millette is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. This hearing continues tomorrow. Kelly Hessedal, News 8.
Thanks, Kelly. Tonight, San Diego Unified leaders are calling on Governor Gavin Newsom to release more than $5.5 billion in education funding. District officials say the money is being withheld in the current state budget. Money they say could go towards special education, student recovery programs, and support for teachers and staff.
Under what's called Prop 98 that the voters approved, back in the late 80s. Where roughly 40% of the revenue that comes to the state government is supposed to go to schools. But right now, the governor is, in his budget proposal, is proposing to hold on to nearly $6 billion of that money, which is the equivalent of about $90 million here in San Diego Unified. All of that is being withheld in a way that we actually don't think is even legal.
This push comes as state revenues are coming in higher than expected and just weeks before the governor updates his budget proposal.
California is expanding access to its mobile driver's license pilot program.
We'll have those details still ahead. Plus, what local community-based groups are calling on you to do ahead of May Day later this week.
And I'm Jenny Day, live in Del Mar, talking about an important topic, sunscreen. We have tips on how to pick a good one and what lawmakers are doing to help.
Lots of sunshine out there, as you just saw as well with Jenny's live shot. Well, it is beautiful. As we go into the rest of the week, we're going to see more passing clouds out there and also have a little bit of a hit in our temperatures. I'll explain everything after the break.